Right, so we're back after a long break and there's a few new changes, so let me show you. We're in 4K, baby! New camera, new sound, and also a new studio, as well as a new background as well. Look at that! We've literally had an entire rebrand and it feels so good. Might change the jacket, might not. Who knows? The world's our oyster. Now we're coming back in a big way because I was lucky enough to go to my first ever red carpet premiere. I know, bougie, right? And it was a wild experience. The premiere in question, only Sam Raimi's bonkers new horror film, Send Help, starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Oh my goodness, what a night this was. Take a look.
You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what? Oh, God. I was busy trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
I also want to say at this point a huge thank you to my friend Dan Lawrence for the invite. And this was incredible. Walking down that red carpet, getting your professional photos taken by the photographers, and being in the same room as Regina George and the man who directed the first 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films. Woo! We did get to meet the cast as well, which was incredible. Sam Raimi comes out on the stage though, not gonna lie, had his tie tucked into his glasses. Bit of weird humour, but it's Sam Raimi, so we'll take it. Rachel McAdams was incredible as well. Dylan O'Brien brought the vibe, and Harriet Rose, obviously the queen of these press junkets, absolutely slayed. Big love, Harriet. What a day! Once in a lifetime experience. Hopefully not once in a lifetime though. Anyway, I've gotten sidetracked. Let's get into the actual review, shall we? Okay, so Send Help is the latest offering from Sam Raimi, who's known for his dark-humoured horror films like The Evil Dead, and this one is no exception. Send Help is about a worn-down office worker called Linda Liddell, yes, that's a real name, played by the incredible Rachel McAdams, who is the backbone of this big, huge corporation who was promised a promotion to vice president by her boss, until his untimely death that put that into question. She plays this character so well and definitely reminds me of some of the people that I used to work with in a previous corporate life. With the company's owner sadly passing away, the corporation's handed down to his son Bradley Preston, played by the amazing Dylan O'Brien, who fans may know as Thomas from the Maze Runner universe, or as Styles Stilinski? Yeah, that's a real name as well, who plays a young, arrogant finance bro kind of character. And he actually gave this promotion that Linda was promised to a younger, less qualified colleague who's been stealing Linda's work and passing it off as his own just to impress the higher-ups. This is the point that I really do not miss corporate work. Oh, and the guy who got the promotion? Yeah, he's a college buddy of Bradley's, so of course he was going to get it. This sends Linda crying into a bottle of wine and watching her favourite programme, Survivor, but there's more on that later on. Bradley tells Linda they're going on a trip to Thailand to finalise this deal, and this is where things heat up a little bit. The bros, yeah, let's call them that, find a very low-budget audition tape for Survivor, and whose could it be? Of course, it's Linda's. Whilst all the boys are laughing and taking the piss out of Linda's tape, this is where things start to heat up a little bit and Sam Raimi's wicked mind comes into play, because the private jet flies into some turbulence which essentially tears the plane apart and brutally kills, and I mean brutally kills everyone except Linda and Bradley, who hurtle into the ocean. Linda gets washed up on the shore first and finds Bradley, who's in a pretty bad way, to be honest with you. This is where Linda's dream scenario comes true though, as she gets to play out a real life survivor. I'm talking the whole shebang, catching fish for dinner, building a hut for a shelter, sourcing berries and other remedies to heal Bradley's wound. She was in her element. And whilst nursing Bradley back to health, Bradley still has the entitlement dialed up to 11 at this point, saying she works for him, to which she says, "We're not in the office anymore." Fair point, to be honest. We see Linda become fully self-sufficient, she's in her element, and Bradley, on the other hand, is depending fully on Linda, so it's a full role reversal. The film then becomes a power struggle between the douchebag CEO and the office worker with a penchant for survival skills, and it's such a good watch. And it was filled with way over the top violence and gruesome scenes like the boar hunting scene, Linda throwing up all over Bradley's face after he tried to poison her. Honestly, me and Dan Lawrence gagged at this point, it was horrible. To the incredibly intense scene where she paralyzes him with the blue octopus and threatens to cut off his entitlement, shall we say. But it's 100% a Sam Raimi film with all the over-the-topness. It really works. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien work so well on screen together as well. It's chemistry, but not in the way that you think. And I laugh so much at this film. It's horrifically gruesome and bloody, but it's hilarious. The comedy is chef's kiss good. I was a huge fan right up until the last scene. It left more questions than answers, to be honest with you, but being at the premiere, I didn't care. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It's a wild, crazy adventure that will have you feeling every single emotion. What did you think of Send Help? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see you next time. Yes, we're keeping the salute in the rebrand.